Yeah, this is a gorgeous truck. ECX Ruckus 4x4. This is the new version. The wheels and tires look great. They look like they're going to grip really well too. These are big trucks. I know my two-wheel drive, the Ruckus and the Torment, they're on the same chassis, and it's long like an 8 scale. It's got 8 scale wheelbase. This is almost an 8 scale truck as well. I'm going to check the wheelbase and the width later, but it's a pretty big 10 scale. Anyway, let's try it out. It's a hot day. Ooh. Let's check throttle rate, steering trims. It looks okay. All right, let's go. That's kind of big. Wow. The door rate's turned down pretty low. Let's turn it up a little. There we go. Holy shit. Wow, that's LiPo cut off. Okay, let me get a different battery and then we'll do another run. Torquey. I'd say the steering servo is a little on the weak side. So I had that little 1800 milliamp LiPo that ECX gives in the LiPo edition of the Ruckus two-wheel drive and the Torment two-wheel drive. And in this four-wheel drive, it lasted about 30, 40 seconds before it went to LiPo cutoff. And I didn't have any other batteries that would work on this, so I just I had some extra Deans laying around, and I have old nickel metal batteries with EC3s on it, so I just kind of made myself a EC3 to Deans connector, and I'm running a 3500 milliamp 30C LiPo with a 10C burst. Those I can't remember the brand. They're the ones that came in my HSP cars. And they work great. They're hard cases. And so now I can run this thing. And this thing is, the suspension on this is really good, actually. Surprisingly, the tires and the wheels are great, for sure. The steering arms seem a little bit too soft. I got a little wobbly, a little bit of waywardness going on, but nothing that you can't, some metal steering arms, some metal turnbuckles wouldn't be able to take care of. And this motor is plenty torquey. I think the voltage might be a little bit faster, just maybe a little bit on the top end for being 2S's on brush, but this is big and heavy, you know. But like I said, 13 turn 550s are about the same RPM as what a 20 turn 540 would be, with the same amount of voltage put to them. So I check the temperatures on this. Don't want to burn nothing up. That's pretty fucking warm. Like I was saying on my unboxing, these Dynamite 60 amps, they just seem to run hot. They run hot. Whatever's in them, they run hot. It's nothing. The steering, I would probably want to update the steering servo on this. It's not the greatest. Not bad. Turning radius is kind of big. I have the dual rates. Where are they at right here? They're about 75%. Anyway, like I was saying, the Dynamite 60 amp seems to run hot. I know the 40 amp one that came in the previous Ruckuses before they switched to 60 amps in the Ruckus and Torment. I didn't have a heating issue with it at all. Could run all day, no problem. With these though, stuff seems to get hot. I know my Torment gets pretty hot if you're on the gas a lot too. It's the same ESC. Well, I swapped it out, of course, but it used to get hot. I put a Hobby wing in it, and then I put a Hobby King X car in that one. That's what's in it now. So anyway, I'm gonna keep running this for a little bit, and if it burns up, oh, the first rollover. If it burns up, then let's give me excuses to go brush this that sooner. It is pretty hot today though. It's about probably 90 degrees still. But ooh, around on my feet. Yeah, the steering. It seems like it would turn sharper than it does. Well, that's twice. Yeah. So, you know, I'm not a fan of these ESCs. Never have been. And they seem to be even worse in a four-wheel drive. It would get hot in my two-wheel drive, and the LiPo cutoff would be something ridiculous. Like I put in that other 1800 milliamp LiPo, it lasts for not even 1 minute long. That's been going on since that battery was brand new. On a couple of my cars running this exact same ESC, and these. Okay, so check this out. This video is a few minutes long. I'm in LiPo cutoff mode already with this ESC. Now, this 3500 milliamp battery, I charged it yesterday. When I run them in other cars with other ESCs, like the Hobby Wing brushed ESC or a brushless ESC, I'm getting 30 to 45 minutes of runtime. But with these Dynamite ESCs, no matter if it's in a four-wheel drive, a two-wheel drive, a heavy rig or a lighter rig, even though these are both kind of heavy, both Ruckus two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive are both kind of heavy. These Dynamite 60 amp ESCs kill batteries. They kill them. This 3500 milliamp. Oh look, I'm on LiPo cutoff. See that? Look it. They kill it. When I run that 1800 milliamp battery, the one I was running earlier in my Ruckus with the 40 amp Dynamite, it'll go for 20 minutes. And when I put it in here or in my Torment, it will last for seconds, maybe a minute and some change. And that's it. It's because of these 60 amp ESCs. These Dynamite 60 amp ESCs suck. You don't get any, they're not any faster. I don't see any difference between the 40 and the 60 as far as speed. What I do see is it draining my batteries and getting really, really hot. So I'm not a fan of Dynamite ESCs whatsoever. This ESC is coming out. I'm going to probably order another Hobby King X car and put it in here and run this motor, you know, until it pops. I mean, that ESC is making that motor hot, I think, too. I know they geared it kind of low because this is a lower turn motor. They didn't want it to get too hot, and it's still getting pretty warm. It didn't burn up on my first run, so that's cool.